Welcome to Meera Codes. In today's video, we'll learn about what is IoC, that is inversion of control, and how the dependency injection helps to achieve the IoC. Before Spring, our application code was responsible for creating the objects and their dependencies. We saw this in our previous example where employee service itself created the employee repository. Now the question is, can we give this responsibility to someone else? This is where IoC comes in. Here, employee service is responsible for creating the employee repository using the new keyword. So the employee service has a control over the creation of its dependency. This is what we want to change. We don't want employee service to create the employee repository itself. Instead, we want the dependency to come from the outside. Employee service should simply say, I need an employee repository. It should not worry about how that object is created. Dependency should be provided from the outside. Here we are passing the employee repository through the constructor. Employee service is no longer creating the repository. Someone outside the class creates the repository and gives it to the employee service. This is called dependency injection. In simple words, dependency injection means providing a class with the dependency it needs. Then who provides the dependency? Spring has something called as a Spring container. The container is responsible for creating and managing the Spring objects. So Spring can create the employee repository and provide it to the employee service. Employee service does not have to create the repository itself. IoC means inversion of control. Earlier, our application code controlled the creation of objects. Now that responsibility is given to the Spring container. So the control has been inverted from application code to the Spring. So that is why the name is inversion of control. IoC and the DI are related, but they are not exactly the same. IoC is the overall principle of transferring the control to the Spring. Dependency injection is the mechanism Spring uses to provide the required dependency. So you can remember like this, IoC is what we want to achieve. DI is how the Spring achieves it. Spring can take care of creating objects, managing, connecting the dependencies, and managing their life cycles. IoC is the principle where the control of the object creation and the dependency management is transferred from application code to the Spring container. Now we understand the basic idea of IoC and how the dependency injection helps Spring achieve it. So who is actually creating these objects? Where are these objects stored and managed? How does Spring knows which objects needs to create? That's the job of Spring container. So in the next video, we will understand what is the Spring container, how it works, and what exactly it does. Thank you for watching.